Imagine being able to create an entire fashion campaign without even leaving the house. Forget hiring models, scouting locations, or lugging around equipment. Because with AI, you can get a professional level of output without blowing your entire budget in a single day. Everyone around you is working smarter, not harder, and it's time for you to catch up. I'm Jack. I've been a visual effects artist in the advertising industry for over a decade now, and I've worked for many of the biggest brands on the planet. In today's video, I'll show you how to create these insane fashion visuals using any model and any product you like. We'll cover all of the latest AI tools, and I'll take you step by step through the workflow. So you'll come away with all the knowledge you need to get going straight away. And if you do enjoy today's video, guys, make sure to whack a like on there for me. Consider subscribing, and of course, ring that bell notification icon. All right, let's get straight into it. So for today's video, we are using LTX. If you guys do want to go ahead and check them out, you can click the link down below in the description. Now, as well as having many of the top AI image and video generation tools integrated into the platform, LTX comes with a bunch of really helpful features for this specific workflow. So for starters, here on the homepage, we want to click into the Generate Images tab. And the first thing I'd suggest you guys should do, if we go to the top left-hand corner of the screen, you can see currently our project is just named Untitled. And I'm going to go ahead and call this Fashion Ad. And moving to the center of the top of the screen, there are various different tabs here. The one we're currently in, Gen Space, is where we can generate our image and videos as well. There's a really handy storyboard feature, which I often end up using too. We've also got a video editor on the platform, but we want to start by clicking into the Elements tab. Now, you can probably get a gist for what this tool offers just by looking at this kind of image here on the screen. But let's go right ahead and put this into practice. Now, one of my favorite fashion brands is Carhartt. So let's jump straight into their website. And I can literally just go ahead and explore here. And let's say that I really like this red hat here. I'm just gonna go ahead and take a screenshot of it. And I'm just gonna save that into my downloads folder. And if we continue to scroll down, let's find something else that we like. All right, I'm liking the look of this kind of fleece here. So once again, I'm just gonna go ahead and get this saved as well. And let's say that I also really like these trousers. There we go. So heading back to LTX, I want to click on the Object tab. I can click on Add Image, and first of all, let's upload our red hat. In terms of the name, you guessed it, I'm just going to call it red hat. And we can go ahead and save the element. If we click on Object once again, we can get our fleece uploaded as well. We'll just call this fleece and save that element. And then finally, let's add the image of our trousers. We call this one khaki trousers. So we have now a outfit of sorts kind of put together. It's a bit of a random outfit. So we need somebody who is going to be able to pull this off. So let's just go for Taylor Swift. So obviously loads of different images we can pick from. Let's go for this one here. So once again, I'm just going to get this saved. And now we want to click into the character tab and upload our image of Taylor Swift. For the name, we'll just go ahead and call her Taylor, and we can get our character elements saved as well. So now heading back to the Gen Space, we can start to generate our images. And you're about to see what is really handy about saving our elements in advance. But what we can do is type out, for example, low angle shot of, and if we hit at, we're going to pull up this menu of our various saved elements. So we're going to go for low angle shot of Taylor. She is wearing the red hat, the fleece, and of course the khaki trousers as well. And at the end of our prompt, I'm just going to add fashion editorial shoot, casual pose, analog photography, just to give our image generator an idea of the type of style that we're going for. And if we click into this menu here, we can look at the various different image models we have on offer. I'm going to go for Nano Banana Pro. Now, in terms of our image resolution, I would suggest either 2 or 4K. I'm going to go for 4K. And of course, we also have the option of selecting an aspect ratio. 16:9 is what you'd want for television or online ads. And you also have 1:1 and 9:16 for your other social media platforms. You can also select how many generations we want. This is under the variations tab. I'm just going to go ahead and select 3. And if we click this icon here, we can send off our image generation and see what results we get back. So now Nano Banana Pro is going to combine all of the different elements that we've selected and just take a look at these images that we've got back, all at 4K resolution. We have Taylor Swift wearing the exact outfit that we put together. And yeah, I think she's pulling it off. And I'm sure already you guys can see the insane level of control we're able to have using a tool like Nano Banana Pro. And just to give you guys another example, you can see I've uploaded a different outfit here. We've got a pair of jeans, a hoodie and a beanie, as well as Timothée Chalamet. So once again, let's head back to our gen space and let's go for a high angle dramatic shot of Timmy wearing the beanie, the jeans, and of course the hoodie as well. And once again, I'm going to add to the end fashion editorial shoot, casual pose, analog photography, and send off these generations. And keep in mind as well that we're not describing what we want our characters to be doing. We're not describing the setting or the lighting or anything like that. If we do want to hone in on those details, we can. And just look at our Timothée Chalamet generations as well. These are also looking insanely good. Now, what is really powerful about a tool like Nano Banana Pro, and also really important if you're going to be working on fashion campaigns, is that the branding, the design of each of our elements has remained very consistent to the real world products. You can see that the coloring and the branding of our selected clothing items are exactly as they are in real life, and Taylor Swift actually looks like Taylor Swift. Even from different angles, the products are still looking really nice and consistent. But let's say that you're not working for a huge fashion brand and you're not working with these huge stars like Timothée Chalamet and Taylor Swift. Let's head back to the Elements tab, and I'm going to go ahead and upload an image of myself. Here you go, this terrible picture I took with my iPhone. Go ahead and add the name Jack and save the element. And now we can head back to Gen Space. We'll clear out the first half of our text prompt because we want to keep this bit at the end. It seems to be giving us some nice results. So we've just gone for Jack wearing the fleece and jeans in an abandoned arcade. Don't need to add a hat because in my reference image, I'm already wearing my backwards baseball cap. Let's go ahead and send this off. So you can see here we've got a little bit more specific with our prompt by giving it an idea of the location that we're after. But we can also switch up the outfit again and dictate the time of day, for example. So I'm saying nighttime at the beach. Let's even give me a specific action. Let's say running towards the camera. We'll send that one off. And whilst our next batch of generations is being handled, you can see that we've got some results back here. Now you are every now and then going to get back results that you're not after. Remember, this is still AI. There's still an element of trial and error, but generally speaking, this is still a very high quality image here. It's been a little bit savage with my hairline. I promise it's not like that. Aside from that, the general likeness is good and our setting looks really cool as well. Really nice detail here with the kind of weathering on the building, these posters on the wall, and even Pac-Man over here on the arcade machines. And I really do like this image we've got here of me looking down at my phone. Nice kind of cinematic level of composition we've got here. So you can see here we've got a bunch of new generations of me running on the beach wearing our outfit. Unfortunately, with some of the generations, even though the overall composition is looking really great, the trousers are no longer khaki, which obviously is not what we're after. It is adhering to the branding on the hoodie really well though. Now, of course, we could just go ahead and stop here, or we can take things to the next level by generating AI videos using these images as our starting frame. So for instance, if we hover over this image here of Taylor Swift, you can see there is a tab which says create video. So if we click in here, we're going to switch the bottom tab over to video, and you can see that our image of Taylor is being used as the starting frame. For the text prompt, I'm going to go for something pretty simple. Slow dolly camera move back as Taylor Swift stands confidently. Now we've got a decision to make in terms of the video model that we use. Here we have access to VO 3.1, for example, but we can also use LTX's own video model LTX2. Now we don't really need audio here, so we can turn that off. We can dictate the length of our generation. I'm going to go for 8 seconds. And the really nice thing is that we can also go all the way up to 4K video resolution. So let's go ahead and select that. For the aspect ratio, we'll keep it the same. We'll go for 16:9 because that's how we generated our starting image. And the number of generations, let's go ahead and generate 3 and send those off. Now, like I said, you could just use these AI stills if you wanted to post them to social media to promote your own clothing brand, for example. But when we start generating our AI videos, we really are going to take things to the next level. Now, whilst the video generations that we got back are really quite impressive, you are going to start to see one of the problems when it comes to AI video. Now, obviously, we have made life for ourselves a little bit more difficult by using a well-known public figure like Taylor Swift. And the thing to understand when it comes to AI, particularly with video generation, is that context is very important. And by that, I mean that our starting frame only shows the video model what Taylor Swift looks like from this specific angle. So in our video generation, when she starts to move to turn her head, the video model has to essentially carry out some guesswork in terms of what it thinks she may look like. So like I say, with these examples, we have made life pretty difficult for ourselves. In terms of the good things though, just look at the way that the foliage is moving. It feels incredibly realistic, the way that our character is moving as well. Yes, she doesn't really look like Taylor Swift anymore, but it does feel very true to life. Even the camera move itself and the lighting, everything is feeling very photoreal. This is seriously impressive stuff. The shortcomings really come down to the lack of context. Now, if you do want to make life a little bit more easy for yourself, I've got a little tip. I'm going to click back into the image generation tab, and I'm just going to clear the text field. Using Nano Banana Pro once again, I'm just going to say an attractive man in his 40s with a beard, and just go ahead and get that generated. So the character that we're going to make here is completely synthetic. And the plus side of this is that no one knows what he looks like, right? When he turns his head in our video generations, who's to say that he doesn't look like a specific way from a specific angle, right? So my point here is that you can use an AI generated character to wear the clothing that you may have designed yourself, and the end result is going to be a lot more forgiving, but still give you exactly what it is that you're after. So you can see here, for example, this guy's looking pretty cool, but let's say I want him to have a really big beard. If we hover over our image, we can click on the edit tab, and you can see that now this is being used as our image reference, and we're going to go ahead and edit it using Nano Banana Pro. So we can say, give the man a much larger beard and change his eye color to be a piercing blue. So let's send off this generation and just take a look at these results that we've got back. This is insane. So if we hover over the tools tab, click in here, I'm going to save as element. We're going to call him the bearded man. Get that saved. And for the text prompt, we're going to go for high angle shot of the bearded man sitting on a dune in the desert. He's wearing the red hat, fleece, and jeans. So we'll send that off. And I'm just going to make a slight variation when we just say it is nighttime. Also have the man sat on an armchair. Next to him is a small coffee table with a lamp sat on top. Send this generation off also. And as our first batch of generations come through, just look at the quality of these images. Like I say, because nobody actually knows what our character looks like in real life, they can't tell us that from this angle or from that angle, it's wrong. This image here came out looking really nice. This one here, I think the sky just looks a little bit kind of fake, but also this one again, very cool. So I'm going to hover over this image, for example, and click on the Create Video tab once again. Now this time using VO 3.1, I'm going to say crane camera move up to reveal the scale of the desert environment. I feel like we have to go ahead and use this one as well. Let's say dolly camera move in. The bearded man turns to face the camera and stares into the lens confidently. And for this one, let's try LTX2 once again. I want 3 generations at 4K resolution, and then we can compare our results. And you can see here that I've saved a few more elements. We've got the iPhone 17 Pro as an object, as well as this orange Stanley Cup, and a couple of locations too. We've gone for this kind of Aurora Borealis location in Finland, and this pink lake, which I believe is in Australia. And we can build a new text prompt like Timmy holding an iPhone 17 Pro in front of the pink lake, or Taylor Swift holding a Stanley Cup in the location of the Aurora Borealis. So the elements aren't just limited to characters and clothing. We can also control objects and location as well. I mean, just look at this first generation we've got back of Timothée Chalamet. That looks insane. But this generation here is looking really good. We are starting to lose a little bit of consistency once again with the branding on our jumper and hat. So obviously something to be aware of there. But one other cool feature I want to quickly touch on for you guys is if we hover over the edit tab, we can click on retake. And here we're able to select a part of the video that we want to change. So I want to select just the kind of back end and click continue. And I'm going to say the bearded man starts laughing. And what LTX is going to do is give us new generations back where just the tail end of our video is changed so that our bearded man, our character, is laughing. We can go ahead and take a look at our retake generations here. At the tail end of the clip, our character should start laughing. And as you can see, he does exactly that. So you guys can now see how powerful AI image and video tools can really be, and how they can allow you to create an entire fashion and campaign just from home, just from your laptop. I really do hope you guys have enjoyed today's video. If you have any questions at all, be sure to drop them down below in the comments section. As always, if you've learned something today, make sure to whack that like button for me. Consider subscribing if you're new, and of course, ring the bell notification icon so you never miss any future uploads. Guys, thank you so much, and I'll catch you on the next video.